Let's go. Alright, y'all. Today will be my first saying SOS. You can sing SOS. You can even silence SOS. You would go like, I don't know what it is. What's the S? Is this S? I don't know what S is. But you could SOS like, is this S? I don't know what S is. But you can do all sorts of silent SOSs, loud SOSs. And it really is like, are you spiritually in crisis? And really, if you look and see, my world is upside down. So I am in crisis. If you're thinking, this guy is nuts, or this guy is weird, or yeah, he's got a history. Yes, I do. And yes, I am in currently crisis as well. I think if you're not, if your world is not upside down, you or your dance partner may be standing on my head, technically. So, that's why, as part of my SOS, I will always say SOS, and I will always have my flags upside down. I don't have any outside. I don't want that attention. I don't need that in my life right now. Because I don't need help from the immediate area, because these dudes probably, I don't know my neighbors, I don't know anything about them. Love them to death. Don't know it. Well, I know they probably think I'm weird because I've done weird things. So absolutely. But as far as my internet or the internet, the E for everyone, as far as our online digital life, yes, I am in crisis in general, physically and spiritually and soulfully, but my world is as well. So talking to the internet, yes, I am signaling my SOS, and I'm signaling a lighthouse as well. My system of spiritualities. If you drink from the waters freely, and you believe everyone else should drink from the waters freely, we're from the same spirit, and you would probably agree. Just give water freely, give to all freely, and that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. My thirst is only guaranteed to be quenchable if I always recognize and allow all to the waters of youth. That's not the only reason you should be doing it, but that's the only reason you need. Like, I like to drink water. Here, let me go get some water. I like water. And I think there's a lot of people being denied their waters of youth. Like the poor man, the entire Israeli thing, and someone getting electrocuted in the anus and being stumped on their nuts and being told that they don't want them to have children. That's a crisis. That's more than a crisis. That's a WTF. And like, if I can run fast enough, do you think I can run through the water and go over there? And I can't. I'm going to give you that alert right now. I'm going to take 2 steps into the water and face plant and look like an asshole. I've done it before. I did it a couple days ago. My house is still in a mess because I am always in crisis going, what the F? I don't know why I'm not cussing, but I can't wait to cuss. I'm going to cuss a lot. I'm going to be angry a lot. I'm going to say very rude things. I'm going to point my bony finger. Please, understand these glasses. There is no hood. This is as natural as natural shit gets. My hair, that's natural shit. This is all natural shit. There's no hood. There's no camouflage. I'm not telling someone else to do it. I'm saying my lighthouse of love says that if you are hurt, friend, and someone tortures you, you should be able to call him a torturer, and whatever liberal justice and good order has to go on. Good orderly whatever. Yes. That's what it's an SOS. If you're in crisis, brother, there's shit that matters more than the rest. I'll be blessed in hell. Didn't Russia just got was already way long before it was throwing missiles at Chernobyl, and they're hitting hydro plants and children's hospitals. Yes, my world is upside down. I don't have any points on this map because anywhere I point, there's probably an issue. Probably somewhere in this ocean, there's probably an oil leak or some pipeline or a rig. I have tons of ideas. Tons. I've talked all the time about a lowercase patriotic civic navy. Just about people being able, there's so much to be gleaned, so much to be I don't know what an E word together is, but for everyone, there's the tidal generators to be able to get electricity. There's currents to help you be able to use that without hurting the environment, to actually empower the environment. You could, the bottom of your ship could be an artificial reef, and as long as you do the proper research, development, you talk, and you communicate, you doing this alone is going to result in probably result in hardship. I cannot see past my big nose. But I know doing things by myself has, I don't know why I still have a big nose. It should be flat. I should be Voldemort. I've run into so many walls. I should have a 2-inch face and go, hello, and I should be floppy. My brain should be just like a little kite in the wind. It's so smashed. I've run into so many things. I feel like I have a negative face. So, lighthouses of love. This is my lighthouse of love. The SOS, the it's supposed to be save our ship, but I don't have a well, yeah, I am on my ship, and there are holes everywhere, and I'm looking at everyone else's ships, and there's people behind bars that don't need to be. There's a lot of ugly shit. As I've said before, and I've already put through that entire sheet, we have to talk about the genocide of the American people. American being all the way from America to South America and beyond. We've already recognized we've been on borders. Everything I talked about previously, there's so much more. It's called levels of thinking. So if this is still an SOS or a lighthouse of love, then we have to talk about how to drink of the waters and how many fountains are there, and what even is this fountain I keep talking about. I've never seen the fountain, but it's the allegory from the Bible and beyond, and so many different religions. And Muhammad Ali talked about it, and the perennial philosophy. Almost every religion, if not every religion, or spirituality or thought, and it without regard, all beings, all human beings require water. So, however you need to think about this, physically or beyond, there's different kinds of water. Everyone needs water. A lot of people want coffee, and it goes up. And there's more special. You get to beer and mead and like wine or whatever. But there's different levels, and it metaphorically, and those things are different attached to it. And I like mine personally. I think all waters can fall into 5 levels. And critical thinking, I don't have it with me, and I should, and that's my fault. I may do a separate video of that specifically. But what critical levels of thinking is yes, if you think about yourself and your immediate environment, you're probably worried about like laundry, food, and like money for your shelter over your head and like whatever you're doing next. But you get beyond it, like how does your neighborhood work? What resources are flowing in and out of your neighborhood? How congested? How many? And like you get into like communities, and you get into governances, and you get into like big deep and like so. On an average period in August, as we start to heat up, we're gonna have that last hit of heat. So now we got to make sure we get cooling for everyone that is gonna need it. We're gonna start needing it water. But as we're dealing with this heat wave, we also got to start up on the fall and the winter. We got to start up on all that stuff, and we got to start counting. And we're getting towards the end of quarter, and so there's heavy levels of thinking all the way up. And so what I'm asking is that I'm going to be an exhaustive person. It's already 9 minutes into the video, and I think I've ran around the subject 20 times, and I'm only supposed to be the first whisper. I'm one light. That's the cool thing about lighthouses. It's just light, dog. Go light a candle. You have your own lighthouse. Hell, my head is bright enough when I walk outside. I am shiny. My crown is shiny. So, the lighthouses of love and levels of thinking. I am not thinking about myself. It's a long story. We don't need to get into it. I'm thinking on the level of the world. And this isn't a call for action. This is not a call for action. This is a call of realization. A call of do your own research. A call of, hey, maybe I should think about it more. Hey, why does everyone talk about how I'm destroying them? It's really weird. There is so much stuff going on right now. And I've been told multiple times I'm not American, to get out. I've been told I'm a terrorist. brother in Christ, this is the closest thing. This thing right here, and this is a replica of Mjolnir. I'm not swinging. This is too precious. I paid more than $100 for this. This is my Degas. This is supposed to be used in building, to build. This is not a destruction thing. That's specific. The symbol, the Degas symbol, daybreak. Daybreak does not destroy. Daybreak. The conflagration usually destroys because it's fire, but this burns away at ignorance. This burns away at the dumb shit. This is a re-refinement. This is a renaissance. This, if you are scared of this, brother, you should look in the mirror, and maybe we need to realize some more things as well. And I'm open to conversation. I want controversy. Yell at me. I want to talk to people. I'm out in the neighborhood. I'm not out in this neighborhood. Again, another thing to realize, not a call for action. We are all hurting. We have more than hammers on our shoulders right now. We have our own monstrous problems to deal with. Go deal with that. Don't let it crush you. And if I can help, that's what this SOS is, a light coming to you, not you coming to me. My light is trying to shine out. And if you're like, that light looks freaking cool, then hey, holla, like, get the light back. Yes, it's okay. It's going, and that's what the light is always one of those, just like the daybreak. It's the attraction of rest and rejuvenation. And so that's what I'm trying to be. I'm going to be loud and angry because sometimes that light comes from fire. Democracy is a light of fire. It's one of those, and we're done. And we all bring a single torch and we all bring it to a single bonfire, and we light the hell up. And then we show exactly my ID. I am one flame. I matter to my tribe, and my tribe matters to me. If my light goes out, then my tribe's light may go out. It's like the opposite of Survivor. There's no Survivor here. We're literally doing the reverse of Survivor. I'm the first survivor. This is my non-existent torch. I hold up. It just got longer. I hold this up. And then what someone else is supposed to do is say, what kind of fire is that? What are you doing? You look weird. You sound like you're insane. And I'll go, yes, I want you to be honest. I want you to hit me with, maybe not hit, sit down at the table, break bread, break water. But shit, if you gotta throw a stone at me, man, hit it. Like, this house ain't made of glass, baby. I got nothing but like steel wool, bronze hearts, and like, I don't know what kind of glass, like deep sea glass or aerogel windows. You're gonna throw the rock and it's just gonna, you're gonna throw your fire at me, and my house is just gonna. Thanks for the fireballs. I was kind of getting cold. Like, I want you to aim at me. I don't care what with. We need talk. We need explanation. We need exclamatory statements. But we need to be soft, and we need to love. Make sure when we start having those exclamatory, that they're spiritual and that they're loving and they're from and for the water. I don't cuss and spit into water. I cuss and spit on the floor. I cuss and spit at the salt water, because the salt water takes my ugly shit and it purifies it, because that's what salt water does. And that's what my plan is. Let's wrap up to my plan. So, I'm offended by literally everyone. I am going to herald myself. I am going to insist upon myself. And I'm going to shake things. And I'm going to be upset. And what I want someone else to do is to take their own torch and then, hey, you look like a monster. And I'd be like, brother, I love you. No, that's not how any of that works. If you want to know. So, whether you're in excitement, in indecision, or whatever, to light got that one. Look, brother, I don't have this set up. I'm trying to I'm literally, you want to know exactly what my plan is? I have an ex-partner. God bless their life. I had 2 kids with them. I talked to them, said, "Hey, love you to death. I gotta go. I got shit to do. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to see the kids. Here's my child support. I'm out." And then I'm now coming back, and I'm like, I wonder if I can build videos, and then maybe they'll see my videos, and they can make their own videos, because they're the cutest, the greatest, they're the most loving, they're the greatest. And they're always excited, and they want to make movies and talk about dinosaurs, and roar, and they got more hair than I do, and it's cool, and I love it. But you have to be careful, because it's the internet. So it might be, I don't know, but I want to be able to make an open plan so more people are able to do that. I want to, as I'm identifying, I'm realizing, recognizing my problems, then I'm finding a way to fix it. And then I want to give you all that toolbox and say, hey, you go do that. And again, this is not, I'm telling you or whatever. It's you've seen the light, you like the light, or you're mad at the light and you want to know what's up. You come to me, I give you, I show a toolbox, take it or leave it, here it is. I just want people to build and go build themselves. And hey, at the end of the day, if you have an extra pit of salt water or a little bit extra thing of clean water or an extra tool or a torch, and you want to do something for your own community, get it in. And I'll try to, I can mod. That's one of the geniuses of me, is I am an entrepreneur and I am so creative. I can look at a problem and see it enveloped in solutions before it knows what's happening. For my own town, we have so many creeks. I'm going to make clean, cool water fountains, because we have so incredibly many Americans without homes. I'm going to make a fountain that's clean and not polluted on it. They're going to be able to gather, and we're going to label that as like a wild spot. Hey, be careful. This is going to attract a lot of people. If you're not of the wild, then don't worry about it, man. It's not going to hurt you. It is. We're pulling people out from a toxic city and just getting into trouble every night and going through shit and whatever. And we're going to give them a place to, here's fresh water, brother. Let me set up a tent for you. Brother, it's way too hot out here to be suffering. This creek should be clean and you should be drinking from it. What is happening? I'm making them a fountain, and I'm going to make a saltwater fountain. And then they can use that to clean their clothes and clean themselves and clean their wounds, because they have diabetes and their feet are falling off. And in the winter, they're going to lose more frostbite. You don't know what I've seen. And I haven't even seen any of it. I hear it and I feel it in my bones. I feel it in the spirit and soul. I feel shit trembling. Try to deny me. I wish that no one would deny me my self-evident spiritual and soulful observations. But brother, I sit down at the table. Sit down and tell me about yourself. Tell me about your beliefs. What's happening with you? How can I help you? I'm making fountains. I know there are encaptured patriots, and we have, how many protests have there been where there's just been people, hey, we need something to happen. Nothing happens. So they start getting madder and shit starts getting flipped. I would flip my shit too if you were being discriminatory and hateful on me. And I have before, and you can check my record. And I've lost my nuggets. I've lost my white privilege. I have been laughed at for losing my white privilege. This is real shit. I know I'm like 2 inches too short, but like, what are you gonna do, brother? There's more. So my thrift shops are overfilling of so much good shit, and I'm watching it break and go to pieces, and I lose my hair. Brother, why are you throwing, and I don't have any money. I made some poor cashier's life hell going through $100 worth of Goodwill, and me going, God bless, I only got $20. I was dumb as hell. I should have popped some tags. And so what I'm going to do, with respect, with overflowing and things that don't matter, I'm going to be able to pick out leaders within this community of people that don't have homes and have drug issues and that are struggling and asking for help and not receiving the help. Brother, I hear it. I am your lighthouse. My lighthouse vibrates. It shakes. It shakes as your heart and your feet and your legs do. As you tremble, so does my lighthouse. But brother, it is strong. It is from the center of the earth. Its tongues are deep. And my tongue is waggling. So, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my 5-pointed plan and I'm going to say, hey, all you leaders, I know you need help. Here is this. And then I'm going to go good. I'm going to go everywhere else. Hey, thrift shops, here is my help. I need help. I'm going to go and I'm going to shake. I'm going to go shake at, I don't even know where my buildings are, man. I know there's a courthouse. I don't want to go back there. That isn't, our courthouse is overshadowed by our jail. I am upset. I am unhooded. I am saying this. I am saying this with intent down the road. Brother, I am coming. If I have to put lighthouses and string them through the barbed wire, at the very least to say, brother, there is shit wrong. And you will look upon the Spirit and you can question yourself, and I'll go through Congress and the Constitution and I'll petition and I'll sit outside and I'll make those the wailing walls. I will shake down the walls with my voice alone and I will cry. I have nothing here. These are the only arms I have, and I cry. I use my arms to put my hands in my face and cry. As a corrections officer, as a prisoner, I've been through there. I've already seen the injustices myself. I'm the living record, dog. I've got a first-hand experience. Deny myself evident truths. This I've seen for myself, and I know for myself. Shit is wrong. I will petition. I will do things the correct and justful way, the liberally justful way. But brother, I will not stop. This is the lighthouse of love. If I have to every day just outside the walls and start reading scripture or start going through the 9 different religions, the spirits, if I have to have like some monologue and like talk to the warden, and I'll sit down with the warden and break bread and break water and say, brother, I have a problem. I love you to death. I understand the need, and if someone is constitutionally in violation and they've broken someone else's constitution or they've gone against whatever, yeah, dude, put them in liberal justice for them. Make sure they, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know any of it. I don't know. Again, I see the front, and I see the crumbling facade, and I see the problems, but there's things that I don't know. Please don't let me think I know everything. I see what I see, and I have problems with what I see. So I need help from the back. I need help from those people, and we need to be able to close that gap, and we need to be able to shake hands. Don't look at me as a destroyer. I wish to realize and recognize. I wish to rejuvenate and rest. Those are not words common with the trembling of the earth. I am mad at objects and things, at sharp, pokey things. The people, man, we are of the people. That is something that cannot be overstated. We are all of the people. It is you have yourselves, your individual selves, your ID. You're available to express yourself, but then you have above it, you have the Spirit. And we all have different spirits. We all have different ideas and thises and that's. And I respect your spirit, please. If your spirit is in love and gives of water freely to all, and it is just, it's a free flowing, and everyone comes and takes of the water and freely, and there's no reservation, and there's good and just things and whatever fanciful terms. Yes, I bow to your spirit. I put my nose into the dirt, my eyes and my tears into this earth. I bow upon I take the crown off. I give it upon that spirit. I believe in your spirit. But for some reason, man, do you think you need barbed wire around your damn fountain? I got a problem. If you think you gotta poison the water for a couple select few undesirables that shouldn't put their lips under fresh water, brother, I got a problem. I don't got a problem with you. I got a problem with your higher up. Please, with the higher up, not with you. I'll break bread with you every day of the week. I'll sit down. You can do it the Daryl Davis way. I love you more than you could hate me. As much as your anvil of hate you want to put me against, my hammers of love will ring out. I'll build you a damn church, but I'm gonna build you a church that has water available for everyone, not just a few, not just a select or a one or a two, but I mean the whole crew, like the people. So I'm giving you a light, and I'm reflecting my light, and I'm showing you what my plans are. And I'm saying that, hey, brother, take a moment, drink of the water yourself. We talk about smelling roses every day. Take a moment drink of the fountain of I exist. I have a right to exist, to express myself. I have a right to sit down without outside ears. Even my mouth, my exhaustive, my fumes. You have a right to say, hey, this dude is weird. I'm mad at him. Turn off his video. And scream or shout or cry or talk or think and put pieces together. Allow your own levels of thinking. Put those levels of thinking into a cog or a trail or whatever you need to, and be able to climb, say, hey, yeah, this level of thinking hurts, or it doesn't make sense, or I have more questions. This is scary. At the end of the day, we are whatever you want to believe, of clay or dirt, whatever, stardust. So, I'm just about over. I want to do some meditation, take some relaxations. On my Reddit, I was doing like a daily meditation. I love doing the bread and other daily weird stuff. Even it's like, what's your favorite movie, or how would you change one movie? I like getting those cognitive things kicking, and it helps. It can produce like media and stuff. Like there's supposed to be a result from meditation, a conclusion of results. So I have so many songs. I have a book of songs I've already written, but brother, I can't. I've only been able to sing 2 of them, and they're the rudest ones. I have the rest of my songs are of love and peace. I'm so mad right now. My lighthouse flashes between pink and like just the most dried, old, stained blood red and of bad grapes. This is madness. How have we not? We need to realize the Holocaust of our people, realize the genocide of our people. We need to have our officials, we need to have higher ups recognize officially. We need to have spiritual bodies, but on their terms, not on mine. Take my words out. You go research. You go refine whatever. Your knowledge, you pull that out. Use me as a base or an anchor and say, his chains rattle. I shall follow the rattling of the chains. You go find it. I am one whisper. I'm just the first light. I want to be able to have more people. But until then, I will be the madman raving. I will be the whispering. I don't care. Call me as you will. Know my truths to be true. Just because I'm a madman does not make my truths any less valid. Trust me, brother. I've been places and I've seen things. There's truth in all things. Just as the perennial philosophy, as Muhammad said, there's water in every religion. There's rivers and creeks and seas. Every religion has water. It's its own body of water, and they all connect. And how many of the truths you want to believe? Look, liberty, justice, liberty and justice, and let me follow my own damn dreams, and don't bug people if they don't want to be bugged, man. If you have your own semi-shitty and semi-racist shit, but you love everyone and you're willing to give them water, and you'll give them water freely, and you're not gonna fuck with people, you go build your walled community and fuck off of me. I don't care, man. I don't care what your beliefs are. I'm only on the waves because I'm saying you're hurting my people. You stepped on my people for 100 years, and I've now realized it. I'm making now a recognition from a civil body, from a body of a civil body that I made myself, because I will not be recognized. I'm a disabled veteran, and they refuse to recognize my disabilities and my problems and my issues. And I've been relegated to the back pages because I don't matter. I'm just crying. I'm wrong. My mental health is my fault. My mental health is of my own, but it is like an environment. If you rain toxic sludge upon me and then say, well, you're not growing anyway, I will look upon you and I will grow to Godzilla and say, brother, you are wrong about one of those 2 truths. I will let you figure out which one. Yes? I am angry, upset, sad. I tremble. There's so many more words that I need to use. My mouth has been filled with concrete and my tongue wrapped in barbed wire. I am now done. I was not able to use the most simple, sacred, and spiritual things, tools, weed, marijuana, whatever, hemp. I want to grow hemp. I have been just relegated from 2015 when I got out of the army and said, brother, my back aches and my mind is broken. My family is in pieces. I was routed, R-O-U-T-E-D, routed, as in my military self and my military family was crushed beneath the things I went through. And I went back to, I didn't leave the army and go to a house. There's no deployment money, none of the COLA, none of that. And it was worse than not. And I was like, I'm not crying because I didn't get any of the deployment money. I'm thankful I never got deployed. God, thank God. I'm on my knees and thanks. I was crushed already from other issues. And I'll go into that into another video. I'm 30 minutes deep. We're not doing it now. But I was routed back. And I moved back into my partner's dad's house. Routed. And every time we tried to move out and I went to go get a job, I lost my coconuts and I was not able to complete it. And in fashion, the same with the military and how I failed in the military. I failed over and over and over again. And the military was of no help. There was no one there. No one watching a veteran struggle and watching his family sink in the ship behind him that he put them on himself. My family was in the water beyond their poor purity crowns because of my fault. I am taking my reparations. That word will be heard more. We will all be finding reparation. We will all be finding rest, rejuvenation, research. I don't care what term you put on it. I know what I'm doing. I know my petitions. I know my trauma. I grab my trauma by the thread and I see the thread being pulled by this massive block of conspiracies and toxic, tyrannical things, forces and motions. And I never even heard of mandate for leadership. And it was supposed to be for Project 2025. And I grabbed the string of it and it's like, oh, the war on drugs. And I was like, Jesus, they put crack on my brother's heads. You know, it takes a pound of cocaine to have the same issues as a whisper of crack. That's because they partnered it with what they thought was undesirable, unable to obtain the waters of knowledge and youth. So they made this crack, a terrible and weighty thing to have. And then they placed it upon my brother's head, and then they sent his ass to jail. Hell nah, dog. The CIA and Contra years before supposedly had nothing to do with Ronald Reagan. They were still selling crack in the LA neighborhoods. Brother, I see, I realized it all along, but it takes now as recognition, and oh my God, it was true. I heard CIA horror stories when I was a child from all my hippie relatives that were like, yeah man, just like don't say anything on the web and like check the lamps in case. And I was like, dude, you're high as hell, get out of here. That's the shit they did. Wiretaps. It's not normal to have the government on your ass. Why am I worried? Why am I saying, hey, Reddit is fucking with my shit? Hey, why is Elon Musk and X? Why? You know what? I'm with Elon Musk, brother. This is for you specifically. I know you're with the Sentinels. You have a private Sentinel chat, brother. I know, brother. You are worth it. You are with that evil spiritual. You are with the tyrannical and the treacherous forces, brother. I'm not saying them. I'm giving the identification, the trees you stand on, and the network you have. Just like you took the network out of Ukraine, you've now put a sapper and a saboteurs network with the Sentinels and the 2010. I recognize you. I've realized it, and I'm recognizing you. I'll put yours in the comments. I recognize you, brother. I recognize you. Sit down with me. That's all I'm saying. Just sit down. I see you raising the traitor's flag. Hey, whatever you did in South America, South Africa, I don't whatever, brother. I don't care about your past, because I see your present and your future, and that shit is what I'm worried about. I can get whatever. Let me go research your past. I'm sorry for making words out of my mouth that were false. I see your present and your future. You don't understand of the traitors and their destinies in America, brother. Let us talk, and we will all find this out. I am not worried about you. You have brilliance. I have ideas and research and things that I want to do.
Thank y'all. Have a good day.
I realize and recognize it. I have brilliant ideas. I also want to go explore space. But brother, before you go running off and before you go make more money on someone else's head, before you go try to upset another government, brother, I am the antonym. I also love science, but I love science as a E-rated project for everyone. Not just the select few, not just the people that are powerful or the rich. Please, this is to sit down at the table and to break bread and water. Of the crimes of whatever and everyone else's animosity, this is my lighthouse. I see you and your traitorous actions. This is not the path for you. Please, I'm just a lighthouse giving you a blinking SOS of danger. There are rocks ahead, and you are going to sink your ship upon these rocks. Danger, care, brother, care. I don't care about the past. I don't want to whatever. I'm letting you know I recognize the path you're on. Not worth it. So I was connecting with the American subreddit on Reddit, and there were so many issues, and it was getting to be propaganda, and then I started linking it with Elon Musk and Twitter. So also on Reddit, I'm noticing that the American subreddit is absolutely puppeted, and it's propaganda. It's puppeted propaganda. That's exactly what it is. I dare you to go online. Go look at Critical Daybreak profile, or go look at America, and you go tell me, what the fuck is that? It's only got 30,000 people subscribed, and their moderators have tags of Minister of Air and War. Brother, are you saying you're siding with the 2010 Heritage Action for America, the conservative army, to take back America, and they're being the tip of the spear? Because I'm putting you into that group if that's what you want. If that's the war you're talking about, okay. I'm identifying this group of forces, and now, just like a mob, a force is full of people, persons, selves, spirits, and souls. This is the lighthouse. Nothing more than a lighthouse. I spot you. I see you. Trust me. I give you fresher water and bigger ground to stand on over here. What you got over there, brother, you two are fighting over icebergs. You're both going to be melted here in a minute. Do you feel how hot it is? See the sweat upon my brow. It's too hot to argue about icebergs. You guys are worried about the Constitution and ripping the Constitution. You can take the Constitution. I got my Declaration of Freedom, and then I'm going to go through and say I'm now the most American thing because I still have a Constitution and my declarations. And then I'm just going to walk through the neighborhood, and as I turn around, this paper is going to be signed by 30 or 40 people that were in foxholes waiting for all the shells to go over their heads, because we've been in this war forever, since the 60s, since we've been linking people to link the anti-war left to weed, and link the black to crack. Yes, the Richard Nixon, brother, all the way back. I have that string. I see the string. Why is it 2024? And I'm yanking on the string, and I'm heading way back past Ronald Reagan, way back past Richard Nixon. I'm to the Civil War. I'm pushing back to the Civil War. What is this? Why am I hitting my head on this guy wire? It's like you've been building this shit the entire time. It's like the Civil War, and you guys just rebuilt it, and there was no problem. And then you just continued to build and profit. The Robert Cribble, yes, push away from the federal government, make it easier for us to manage it. What do you think Andrew Johnson did? Yes, turn my back on the federal government and allow my people to rebuild. They never left the Union. And guess what? The Christian conservative movement, those are both whistle words. I am conservative. I am Christian. I denounce you. I denounce you from my group, my political, my religion. 9 No way in hell. Get out. How dare you say you're a conservative and then you talk about ripping the Constitution? 9. That's not how it works. That's a no-go, brother. I am the lighthouse. The little candle you've hold up, this tiny little plan. You think you're going to torch America and you're going to make your own government on top of it. No, brother, that's not how it works. America is fireproof. We've gone through our conflagrations, and we've gone through the revolutions and the flips. Oh, brother. Is that Robert? Kevin Roberts from the leader at the Heritage Foundation, making a bloody line through the sand, saying, as long as the left will not make it violent, there will not be blood. I don't know what the actual quote was. Please, that was not the actual quote. Something about a bloody line and putting his bony finger, his specifically bony finger, while he was in suit in office, in some luxury fucking whatever bullshit, pointed and drew his bony finger with the blood of the generations and of the left. He's already beat ass. There is no left. It's the center. Black Lives Matter was a very centered movement saying, the life matters, dog. There is no left. I am a centrist constituent. Yeah, I have my own constitution, and I'm from the center. Everyone is endowed with the rights. No one gets more or less rights. It's simply by our spirit. My system of spirit, my lighthouses of love say 3, 3, 3, self, spirit, and soul. To give of the waters is to drink from the waters, and that is the end of it. I don't recognize you. I don't realize you. I don't recognize you or your group or your movement. None of you are conservative. None of you are Christian. I am the first to light up and say, no, I don't recognize you, brother. I don't think I've seen you before. My God says we all drink from the water freely and that none of us write bloodlines and blood pacts. And I'm a pacifist pagan. I know a lot about blood pacts, brother. Takes a little cut to get some blood. 40 minutes. I'm not done. I'm definitely not done with, what's his face? Kevin Roberts. Brother, no. You said that and you ignited me. You put a torch up my ass. You put a torch up my ass, and this is the fire coming out of my mouth. It's a torch you shoved up my ass. Thank you. I gotta be getting off here soon. I've officially declared myself as mobilized and moving. So I'm gonna go clean up the mess I made over the weekend because I was an asshole and I lost my coconuts. Because yes, I am in crisis. Crisis and coconuts do not go together. And then I'm gonna go help my mother. And then I'm gonna go help my uncle. I'm gonna go help my aunt. And they can help their neighborhood. I'm gonna start helping with the fountains. I'm gonna hopefully start getting in contact. I just have so many coconuts I'm juggling right now, and I don't know what's coming down or what's happening. I'll try to make videos every day, maybe not 43 minutes long, but this isn't even a mouthful. This is a whisper. This is a saying. I'm not even shouting. I'm not even scribing my SOSs. I have not done any of those yet. I am only saying politely with respect and a bowed crown. I take it off softly. I have so much more to say, but I recognize I am an Indiana insider. I am the 11th Indiana insider. I made that own militia myself, genuinely. Every state is supposed to have a well-regulated militia. I have no arms. I'm a felon. I don't even have a knife. Genuinely, I don't have a knife. How am I a militia? It's civil. We need to go build a damn fountain and build a tent for all those poor homeless people melting in the streets. Over in Texas, all the poor old folks getting cooked. Everywhere. I point everywhere. We have crisis everywhere. My world is upside down. I am standing up and saying, the hell nah, and I'm being careful about my words to make sure my incitement is only on self. And for you to look in the mirror and light up in the mirror and say, I see myself, brother, and I see my pain. So I will now help myself. Help yourself. Then your spirit. And if you have enough left fire after that, go help with the ease to empower. Be careful about educating. You don't understand how to translate languages. Be careful about education, and be careful about empowerment. The fire goes wild. Enrichment and enlightenment. This is things that are rated E for everyone. You do not give someone a torch. I sit down. Here's a little spit of fire. Here's a little bit of water. You go take this, or you go leave it. You go whatever. But if you stomp on it, it will ignite more. Be care. Do not step on this and think you are bigger than it. You are simply not. It is one spark, but you cannot. I am smaller than one spark. So understand the thing you step on. Care, brother. But I give freely, and you take as you want. I am simply here providing the sound waves and the light to make sure you know what you're doing. And a little bit of cover. So, I'll try to have more garb and try to show that this is an SOS. And if I talk about other things, I'll try to classify it as such. The garb is a little spicy, but it's what I'm about. So, yeah, I'll probably be wearing garb. They'll look at the heraldic achievements. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, so things will get spicy. We'll just drink more water. And as slow and as soft and as surely and as it should, so shall it be done. I don't know. Drink freely, do good things, take a moment of self, love you, you deserve, I don't know. So, I'm just stalling at this point. GG.